Hello student, good morning and hope every one of you will be fine. So my name is Gulshan Kumar. I am your chemistry teacher from California Public School, and today dear student we are going to do the second topic, the characteristics of carbon atoms and carbon compounds. So first characteristic we take here, tetravalency of carbon. Okay, so tetravalency, what is the meaning of tetravalency? Shapes of carbon compounds. So tetravalency and shape of carbon compound we can understand if we know the electronic configuration. So what is the electronic configuration of carbon? 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz0. Okay, so configuration we can show like this. Okay, so you can see here there are two unpaired electrons or partially filled orbitals, 2px1 and 2py1. And in sharing of carbon electrons, only two electrons can share and makes a covalent bond. What energy difference between 2s and 2px, 2pyz, 2pz is small. So that's why one of electron from 2s will transit or excited into 2p z vacant d orbital and makes total four unpaired electrons. Okay, one is of 2s 1, 2px1, 2py1, 2pz1. So these are the inner orbital. These do not participate in the bonding, and these are the outer orbital configuration. So these electrons, four unpaired electrons, can make four covalent bond. Covalent means shared bond. In the next dot structure of carbon. So as we know, carbon has four valence electron and four dot we can show with the carbon symbol. And here three type of bonds of carbon can form, like all these electrons can share with the single electrons of other atom and can make four sigma bond. Okay, you can see in this picture here two single and one double bond can be, and one triple and one single can be, but total bonds always will be four. If four single bonds are there, so these are four sigma bonds, and if one is the double bond, others are single bond, then three sigma bonds you can see, and one is a pi bond. Okay, in triple bond one is a sigma bond and others two are pi bonds. So what is the meaning of sigma and pi? So sigma bond, that is the sharing of electrons in the orbitals when orbitals overlap head to head. So head to head overlapping or sharing of electrons in the orbitals, that we say formation of sigma bonds. Okay, and sidewise lateral overlapping of orbitals and sharing of electrons take place, that forms the pi bond. So here one more is there, total sigma bonds you can count, and total sigma bonds means unpaired electrons. So one is of S and three of P. So what is S character here? 25% of S and 75% of P character. So in this carbon is sp2 hybridized, sp2 hybridized, S character is 33.33% and P character is 66.67%. In this one, the hybridization is of this carbon is sp and 50% of S character, 50% of P character. So why I am telling the S character? Because of this reason, this is an important concept. S character of carbon in organic compounds is directly proportional to the electronegativity of carbon atom. So that means if S character will be large, so greater will be the electronegativity of carbon atom and vice versa. So in out of these single, double, triple bond, we in which carbon has a more S character. So you can see in the triple bond, S character is large. Okay, so that bond is much strong, and this carbon is highly electronegative in nature. In the next So there are three bonds I am giving as an example: carbon carbon single bond, carbon double bond, carbon carbon triple bond. So you can see from single to triple bond, bond length is decreasing, and bond length decreasing, that means bond order increasing. So with the increasing bond order, bond length decrease. So what is the relation of bond order? Bond order with bond length, that is inversely. Okay, and if bond order will increase, so what will happen in the dissociation energy? So bond order is directly proportional to bond dissociation energy. Okay, so this is the conclusion and the relation between the bond order, bond length, and this is the bond order, bond length, and bond dissociation energy. Tetrahedral nature: each carbon has four bonds. If four single bonds are there, then that show the tetrahedral shape or structures. In this, each HCH bond is, sorry, angle is 109 degree 28 minute. Okay, and that angle we say tetrahedron. Okay, and structure is tetrahedral or hydral shape or structure. So this is the structure of methane, and this one is the structure of ethane. Okay, so you can see each carbon showing the tetrahedral structure, this carbon and this carbon also. Okay, in the next, catenation, most important property of carbon, the ability of carbon atoms to form long chain and large rings. In simple word, we can say self-linking property of an element, and element if is carbon, its self-linking property is highest in among all the elements in the periodic table. Okay, and what second element in the same group of carbon family, silicon has also somewhere the catenation, but that is not so much large. So highest catenation self-linking property of carbon. That's why due to this catenation property, carbon compounds are large in the nature. Two basic condition of catenation. First basic condition is element should have valency equal to 2 or greater than 2. Why of this condition I am telling you? Because if you take the case of hydrogen, so why the hydrogen don't show the catenation property? Why hydrogen do not show the catenation property? Because hydrogen has only one valence electrons. Okay, so valence electrons 2 or more than 2, like carbon has 4 valence electron, that can show the high catenation property. Strong bond between the two atoms of carbon. Okay, so if we compare of this linkage and this linkage, so which linkage is strong? So carbon carbon bond is strong. Okay, that's why its linking property is highest in comparison to silicon. But with the silicon and oxygen, this linkage is with the heteroatom is strong as compared to carbon and oxygen. So that's why silicon in the oxide forms, that we say the polymers of silicon. Okay, these are known as silicates, and silicates are actually the polymers form of silicon in the oxide forms. In the next, large number of organic compounds. So what are the reasons? So these are the four basic reasons. First is catenation, second is isomerism, third is multiple bonding, and fourth is electronegativity of strength and strength of bonds. So first is catenation. So highest catenation of carbon in the periodic table. Due to this catenation property, carbon can makes the single bonds, double bond, triple bond, and also can make the straight chain, branch, and ring form. So these are the few example I written here. This one is the straight chain, linkage, cyclic or ring chain, and this one is the branching. Second is isomerism. So what is the isomerism? Isomerism is the property due to which two or more than two compounds, if have same formula, but their structural formula are different. Like this is the one example. In this you can see number of total carbon and hydrogens are in these two structures C5H12. You can see this is the isobutane, sorry, N-butane. This one is N-butane, and this one is isobutane. Okay, so both are different compounds, but their molecular formula is same. Multiple bonding. So in multiple bonding you can see carbon can make the single bond, carbon can make the double bond, and carbon can make the triple bond. Fourth is electronegativity. Electronegativity of carbon is 2.5, is neither very low or very high. Small size of carbon is another factor. Okay, and carbon can mix the bond with nitrogen, oxygen, and even with the hydrogen. Okay, so these are the four main reasons. Due to these reasons, carbon makes the maximum bonds, or can forms the maximum compounds in the nature, or organic compounds which has a main constituent of carbon are large in the nature. Next, representation of organic molecules. So there are four types of representation. First is electron dot structure, graphic, or we can say open structures or formula, and condensed formula structures, and bond line notation or formula. So I taken here the simple examples, like this one is a methane. So you can see the sharing of electrons as a dot. So this molecule and sharing of the electrons as a dot, that representation we say electron dot structure. Okay, and if two electrons are shared, so that makes one line means one sigma bond. Okay, so in this picture methane can again show with the line, and each line show the two shared electrons. Okay, so this one is the graphic, or second name is open open structures or formula. Third is condensed formula. If we write the hydrogen like this, so that we say condensed form. Okay, so carbon and hydrogen. But one more interesting thing is this here. If we write the formula like which compound containing the double or triple bond, like this containing the double and triple bond, so single bond between the carbon we can skip when we are going to write the condensed form, but double, if double bond and triple bond is present inside in any carbon, in between the carbon atoms, so that we have to show always, whether that is the condensed form, whether that is the bond line notation, whether that is the electron dot structure or graphic. Okay, so condensation means condensed form only of hydrogen we can write in this, like in this example. Fourth is bond line notation. So these are the bond line notation, and in this each terminal show the position of carbon. Okay, like this one is the example, this one is the example, and in this one line means this is the position of one carbon. Okay, and ending of line carbon. After that, this is also the skeleton form of carbon, and each carbon then we will complete its valency with hydrogen. So this is the open structure. If we are going to write any open structure, and if given any bond line notation, we can write like this. Okay, so benzene, so you can also open these structures, each point or terminal show the position of carbon. Okay, and each carbon contains the total 4 bonds, so you can see how many bonds are left in each carbon. One, so that is completed with hydrogen. So this one is the open structure of benzene. Okay, so in the next we do some examples, like this example, bond line. Okay, so here this position is represents the carbon, each position represents the carbon, and after writing the position of carbon, we can write the total number of hydrogen. Okay, if we are going to write the condensed or open form from the bond line, as written already here, this is the condensed form. But if the double bond is given, that we cannot condense. Okay, that we have to always show. So this is also the condensed form, and this one is a fully open structure. Each bond is open. Okay, in the graphic, or we can say open structure, and this one is the dot structure. So we practice one example, like bond rotation is given. So first of all, we have to represent its carbon position. So you can see I am representing its carbon position, and you can also check. Okay, here one more carbon is given, and here in this position one is more carbon, one more carbon, and these are the carbon. Now we have to complete the hydrogen. So this one is the skeleton form, that we also say skeleton form. Okay, skeleton carbon form, carbon linkage form. So after that we can make the total hydrogen. So total hydrogens are 2, because this carbon contain 2 bonds already, and 2 more bonds by completion of hydrogen, that contain 1 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen. This carbon also contain 2 hydrogen, this also contain 2 hydrogen, this also contain 2 hydrogen. So here this carbon will contain only 1 hydrogen, that has 4 hydrogen, 3 hydrogen, and that has also 3 hydrogen, and this one is containing more 2 hydrogen. So this one is open structure. Okay, open structure, and one more name I given here, graphic form, graphic notation, formula, or structures. Now we are going to make the condensed form. So how we can write the condensed form? So this one is the condensed form, like CH2 CH2 CH CH2 CH2 CH2, like this, and this one is CH, this one is CH3, this one is CH2, and this one is CH3. So this one is the condensed form, and more after this you can write again, and these carbon you can also write together, like you can also again can write like this. This is also the condensed form. Okay, so here you can write like this, CH in bracket CH3, then linkage carbon CH2, and then CH3. So this is also condensed form, and after that each bond you can show here, like in this picture, each bond if represent with the dot, so that will become a dot structure. So dear student, please revise and learn the characteristics of carbon atom, tetravalency, catenation, shapes of carbon atoms, hybridization of carbon atom as character of carbon atoms, and why the carbon compounds are large in the nature, what are the reasons. So these are the concept. Learn these. Till then, thanks, goodbye, take care, have a good day.